It is all too often said that there are no miracles performed these days. Well, I'd like to challenge this idea with my story of love never fails. Welcome to Miracles in the 21st Century. I'm Junior Sulusi. And I'd like to begin with a question of what is love? Perhaps even to go a bit further and to ask the question about God's love for man. So according to God's living word in 1 John chapter 4, verse 9 and 10, and 1 John chapter 1, verse 6, it says, "In this was manifested the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him. This is love, not that we loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments." So, born into this world with the unfortunate circumstance of being raised in a broken home by a single parent, there was little love, if any, that was affectionately expressed. So, naturally, when I first heard about God's love for man, it was something very difficult for me to understand. Nevertheless, God's living word goes on to explain more about what is and what is not his affectionate love. And we'll find this in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 4 and 8. It says, "Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek his own, is not provoked, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails." So, not only does God's living word explain what is and what is not his love, but it also tells me that his love never fails. That's a powerful thing to me. Why? Well, it never failed when he created the beauty of everything natural in this world for man. It never failed when, in the image of God, he created the magnificent beauty of man. It never failed when I was being raised in a broken home. It never failed at the hands of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual abuse. It never failed when molestation was experienced at the hands of church members. It never failed when I was homeless. God's love never failed me when I was hungry. It never failed me when the government put me into foster care. It never failed me when I was involved in criminal activity, hurting other people. It never failed me when I was locked up in juvenile detention centers. It never failed when, at the age of 17, I was sentenced to 15 years of imprisonment. It never failed when God permitted my sister to rest in peace at the age of 24 in 2004. It never failed when God gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Never, ever will God's love for man fail. Isn't that a miracle? Would you like to be a part of that miracle? Well, my friends, it is true of itself that God's love never fails. If you've experienced love, or if you've never experienced love that perhaps has, failed you in life or perhaps you've never experienced what true love is, let me suggest to you, my friends, that the love of God is a miracle in that it can not only transform your life, but it can also save your life. And that's what God's love has truly done for me. And I know now in my life that reflecting on the past, I can just see the beautiful miracle of God that never failed me. So I want you also to know that you can also experience this true love that will never fail you.